హాయ్ గాయ్స్, నేను మీ అనిల్. ఈ వీడియోలో మనం రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ గురించి తెలుసుకుందాం. అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోలో మనం అర్థమెటిక్ ఆపరేటర్స్ గురించి, హౌ టు రైట్ అ సి ప్రోగ్రామ్, ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోస్ అన్నీ ఇక్కడ ప్లేలిస్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి పెట్టాను. ప్లీజ్ డూ చెక్ దట్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు నో మోర్ అబౌట్ ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోస్. రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్కి మీరు ఒక ఏజ్ ఉంది. జనరల్గా మనం ఏదైనా ఒక మూవీస్ చూసేటప్పుడు సో ఈ మూవీని అక్కడ డిస్ప్లే చేయాలా లేదా అన్నది ఏజ్ని బట్టి డిఫైన్ చేస్తారు. అంటే ఇది కిడ్స్ చూడొచ్చా, లేదా గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 13 లేదంటే గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 18, ఇలా ప్రతి దానికి ప్రతి ప్రోగ్రాంలోనూ ఒక కండిషన్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఈ కండిషన్స్ని మనం చెక్ చేయాలి అంటే మనకి రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ హెల్ప్ అవుతాయి. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్కి రిలేషనల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ అంటే ఏమేమి వాడతాం. సో లెట్స్ ఏ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ సింబల్ ఉంటుంది. ఒక వేరియబుల్ కానీ ఒక కాన్స్టాంట్ కానీ అది గ్రేటర్ దాన్ ఆర్ ఎనీథింగ్. సో లెట్స్ సే there are two variables, right? If you want to check those two variables either greater or less, you will be using greater than symbol or less than symbol. Or if you want to check both are equal, then you will be checking the equal symbol, right? If you want to check greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal to, in mathematics the symbols are a bit different. In C program the symbols are a bit different. So just let us just see how they look like in the C program. You see, right? This is greater than symbol, and this is less than symbol, and this is equal to. If you want to just say, if you want to compare any variable with any number or any other variable, you can just use this symbol to see if those two are equal or not. And this is not equal to, and this is less than or equal to, and this is greater than or equal to. So in many cases that you might see, maybe you need to have two conditions. If you want to check two conditions, right? There's one condition and there is another condition. You need to check if this and this, I'm saying and, if this condition and this condition is true, then you need to do something. If this condition or this condition is true, then do something. So if you see there are two or more conditions are involved in any expression, if you are writing some program and if you have multiple conditions, then if you want to just join them one or after another, so you may need to use logical operators. They're called like and, or. So there's one more thing called not. You can put entire condition and just say if not. So we will talk about that logical operators as you see here, right? So as you see here, these are the logical operators. So if you want to apply two or more conditions like this, if greater than age is greater than 18 and age is less than 21, this is and condition. The age should be in between. So that's why we are trying to use and condition. If you see R symbol, if the gender is male or female or others, it is R condition. So depends on the situation, you will be using either and or R. If you check here, not, which means age is greater than 10. So let's say age is 11 and 11 is greater than 10. So which means 11 is greater than 10, true. It says not now. So true, not true means false. That is how it becomes, and then you will be evaluating the conditions. So if you see the and, if you remember the table, if it is and, if you are using, so condition 1 and condition 2 both are true, then only it will become true. If any other cases, it all becomes false. In the R, it is different. So it's like both false, then only the entire condition will be false. If any of them is true or both of them are true, then the condition will be satisfied and you can perform the action. So you can see the table here. So condition 1 is true, condition 2 is true, and it will become true. Else all of them are false. And if you see here, condition 1 and condition 2, except this last one, false and false, both conditions are false, then it becomes a false. Let's learn about these using the program. Okay, so I'll open the VS Code. This is the previous program that we have discussed about the arithmetic operators. So I'm simply going to remove like all of them, and I'll keep one printf here. And one more thing is, I wanted to define this variable as age instead of a. So and then I will remove the variable name. Now I wanted, and there are 2% d is here, I'll be removing one. Now what happens is the age will be stored in the age variable that we have declared, which is of integer type, right? And now this is not required. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put all those conditions over here and we'll see how the output is going to be printed. So what I wanted to do is I'll just print the output using those conditions. One more thing that you need to understand is, so if I use any condition like this, age is less than 10 or less than 18, and what it does is it this value, this condition value, right? Age is less than 18. If age is less than 18, that value become 0. If the age is greater than 18, then that value becomes 1. So what it means is these relational operators will give us either 0 or 1. So if you want to print this value, so basically you need to use %d. If you enter age less than 18, then it will become 0. It will be if you enter age like 10 or something, it 10, if you enter 10 here, so what happens is 10 is less than 18, so which is true, this will print so 1. If you enter, let's say 20, so 20 is not less than 18, so it is false, so it will print 0. So likewise, so let's do all other things on other values. Let's just print, okay, so here age is greater than 18 or is equal to 18 or less than or equal to 18 or greater than or equal to 18 or not equal to 18. So we are just going to see all this, but how do you know which one is? So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to take this entire string, so and then put it inside over here, right? So what happens is it will just print this value as it is, and then in the place of %d, with this is less than 18 value gets printed. So that way what we will know is in the output also we will have a clarity. So what is this true for or what is this false for? So I'm just going to copy all this and then quickly put it over here. One moment, it's almost done. So it's almost done. So right, you see here, right, everything is done. Now let's run this program. Control-Shift-B. Okay, let's run this program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter 10 here. So let us see what happens. So it just printed everything in the row. So what I wanted to do is I'll give \n after first printf, whatever that gets printed, I want that to be in the new line. So I'll just copy the new line here, new line here, and another new line. I've just copied all the new lines, that's it. So let us run again this program. Okay, hello2.exe, 12 I'm entering. So if you see 12 is less than 18, yes. 12 is greater than 18, false. 12 is equal to 18, false. Age 12 is less than or equal to 18, true. Age is greater than no, 12 is not greater than or equal to 18. 12 is not equal to 18, yes, 12 is not equal to 18. Let's try one more time entering 18 itself. So now what happens is age is less than 18, false, because 18 is not less than 18. 18 is, so this is how you just check this. 18 is equal to 18, 18 less than or equal to 18, 18 is greater than or equal to 18, 18 is not equal to 18, false. This is how the relational operators will be useful when you are programming. And second thing is logical operators. Now what happens is, I don't want to show you all of them. Let's just take two conditions over here and then see how that works. Logical operator. So what I wanted to do is, now I'll take, instead of integer, I'll just take one character called gender, right? So, and I'm going to use here %c, because %c is used for characters to take input or to print the value, right? So now gender is the variable that we are going to use to store the gender value. And then now what I wanted to do is, here I wanted to print the value, like I wanted to see if gender is equal to, so is equal to అనేది డబుల్ సింబల్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఒకవేళ స్మాల్ m అంటే మనం స్మాల్ m ఎంటర్ చేసామనుకోండి, సో దట్ విల్ గెట్ ప్రింటెడ్ ఓవర్ హియర్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం రాద్దామంటే మేల్ %d ప్లేస్లో మనకి ఈ రిటర్న్ చేసిన వాల్యూ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది, అయితే 0 or 1 అని. ఒకవేళ మెయిల్ ఎంటర్ చేసామనుకోండి, m అని ఎంటర్ చేసామనుకోండి, m ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు m. సో బోత్ మ్యాచెస్, సో దట్స్ వై ఇట్ గెట్స్ ప్రింటెడ్ 1. If you enter f, then this will become false, so it will print 0. The same way we will just copy paste the previous printf, and I wanted to give a \n here because first printf tarvata new line రావడానికి ఇక్కడ ఫీమేల్ అని ఎంటర్ చేద్దాం. సో \n ఫీమేల్, అండ్ ఇక్కడ జెండర్ మనం ఏమనుకుంటున్నాం, ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ f అని ఎంటర్ చేస్తే అది ఫీమేల్ అని, ఇక్కడ అదర్స్ అని ఎంటర్ చేస్తే అదర్స్ అని మనం అనుకుంటున్నాం. So now, okay, let us run this program and I will tell you what I will be using the logical operator after this. Ctrl+Shift+B. I'll be running this program, and if you see here, now I will enter m. So male is true, right? And if it is male, the female or others are wrong, I mean false. So now I'll run the same program and I'll enter now f. So now male is false and others are false, but female is true. And now I'll run one more time and I'll say o, and here, so male. Now you see, right, gender is equal to m అయితే ఇది ట్రూ అవుతుంది, జెండర్ f అయితే ఇది ట్రూ అని ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. If it is others, then this becomes true. So let's say now I wanted to try, if I enter capital M, so what happens? Everything became false. So if it is small m or capital M, right? Now we need to have two conditions here. Now you see, I said gender is equal to capital M or small m. Now I have to use or operator. or అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది అంటే కీబోర్డ్లో. బేసిక్గా ఇఫ్ యూ లుక్ అట్ ది కీబోర్డ్ keys that we talked about, you remember here, this is the or symbol. You have to use two pipe symbols to do that. Gender and is equal to, now what we need to check, capital M. So what you are doing here is you are checking either the gender variable has a small m or capital M. So this, if it is or means any one of them is true, then that becomes true. The same way now we will have to do it for this one. So I will again copy this and then paste it here, and I'll say capital F, right? And then here, and I'll say capital O. So now what happens, even if you enter small m or capital M, so that becomes true. We'll have to compile the program. Done. Now I will run the program. Okay, now I will enter capital M. It became true. So now I'll run one more time. I'll enter capital F. Fine. Now I'll enter small f. It became true. So this is how you will use logical operator or. So what's happening here, if you want to put more conditions into one condition, so you will be using some logical operators to join those conditions to evaluate the expression. Now, what we will do is we will now check and condition how to use it. Let's say if any online examination that you want to apply and there is a age limit for it. Let's say a person age should be between 18 to 21. So now how do you write this condition? Because if you see the age, you should be comparing with both the boundaries like 18 and 19. It is not our condition. It should be in between. If in that case, so you will be using the and condition. Let's say how we write this: age is less than okay, age is greater than. If you say that okay, it should be greater than or equal to 18 also, it will be like this: age is greater than or equal to 18 and age is less than or equal to 21. So this is how, if you want to join the two conditions to check in between, you can use it. If they say strictly no, it should be less than 21, then you can use like this. If they say like, if the requirement is like age should be greater than 18 and less than or equal to 21, you can use like this. So it depends on the requirement or how you are writing the program or how the requirement is. Depends on that, you will be using these conditions, and you can use these type of conditions even in a combination like this. So you can put together there's one expression that I'm closing here. This is erroring out because the age variable is not defined, but we'll see that later. And you can put one more condition over here. Now you can put as many conditions as you want like this. So you can first condition. Now let's say this entire condition will become one condition and this one is condition 2. Now if any of them true, then this entire condition becomes true. So these are the logical operators and the relational operators. So we will be using in further videos. So that is why I want you to know these operators before we get into other videos. That's all for this video. I hope you like the video. If you do so, please do click on the like button. And if you want to get more updates from my channel, please do subscribe. And if you want me to cover any other topics, please do comment. I will get back to you on that. Until then, have a good day.